In this video, we will see how to animate a logo here. So the first thing that we will do, we'll import our logo as an SVG file, or you can model it yourself with curves as we did see already together. But we will go here into File, Import, SVG, Scalable Vector Graphics. I will go into the right folder here, animating a logo, and I will have the logo blender.svg. I import this SVG file and go and select the objects and make a dot like this to see the objects that I have selected. So I just want to remove a few objects, like I will remove that one, I will remove that one. Maybe I will not keep the blender. I will maybe just keep that one here over there. It might be better for our project. So what I will do, I will just select this here and duplicate it and put it into a new collection that I will call logo reveal. Good. Let's create that. I will hide this one. And now I will join these two objects here because they are separated objects. So I will just join these two objects. I will go in edit mode, and now I will just add a new shader inside it to keep the original shaders that we had in the beginning. And I will assign this to this selection. So I will select with L and assign this one to this selection to still have the good color here. I will just go and set an origin to geometry like this. It will be in the center, and RJ here just like that. RG just like this. Okay, good. Now I would like to have something a little bigger because my item here is not even 1 meter. I would like something big. So maybe I will put 20 meters. So I will scale it by 10 first of all, and then scale it but by 5 again, maybe just by 10 again. So scale it by 100 in the end. Good. So now I will have a big logo like this that will work well. What I will add here is just a simple geometry. So I will go into the geometry tab here, and I will just use the extrude value. So I want something maybe near, yeah, let's say near this. Looks not that bad. Okay, a little maybe less. I will put it on the ground, and maybe add just before it, I will just add just a little of bevel, just a bit, just like this, not a lot, just to have a nice bevel over there. Maybe just half of it, 0.0005 might be good in my opinion here. Okay, like this, just to have something but not too big. Okay, in front view I will just put it on the ground because the logo will be on the ground. I will add just a simple plane here. It will be the ground itself. So I will scale it like 100 as well. So this one has to be really big, maybe even scale 10 more, just to have something really big, because we need something at least, yeah, 1000 meters, let's say. Okay, good. Now I can add my camera, and this is with the camera that we will make the motion. Okay, so here what we will do basically is having this kind of animation here. So I will go in perspective view to show you that. So basically what we will do, we will go and we will go slowly from far here until we join the logo here, and we will have this kind of motion with the camera here that will reveal the logo, and we will have a nice animation on it. Okay, so maybe we want little things into that plane. We will see how to manage that, and just to have little details, maybe kind of sci-fi things, or I don't know yet, but we will see that. But first of all, we will make the camera motion. Okay, so this will be the ground. Okay, and now let's add a camera. Good. So this camera has to be with Alt R and Alt G to have this kind of here orientation. Okay, and we will make a GZ over there. Good. Now what we would like is go until the end of our animation, so it will be somewhere around here. So with GZ we want our logo to be revealed like this. Okay, maybe GY a little to frame it. So yeah, more or less it will be this. Maybe GZ a little more just to have this kind of framing. Okay, so now that we have this, it will be the end of our animation here. So what we will do, I will just add an empty, and I want to add this empty at the same location of this. So what I will do, I will add, I will make here Shift S, and it will be the cursor to the selection. Okay, like this I will have the cursor to the selection, and then I will add an empty. This empty will manage the orientation and the move of the camera. Okay, so this empty, I want a sphere, I want it big like this. I can really see that. I can scale the camera, it will not change my framing, I just to see more the camera. Now I want this camera to be parented to this empty, and make a Control P. What will give us what it will give us, it will give this kind of motion, okay, with RX like this. Okay, if we're going to camera view, if I make RX, you can see that it's exactly the kind of motion that we want. Okay, so really if we make RX 90 degrees and I go in camera view, okay, I have the end of my motion already. Let's say that our animation time will be 120. It's a logo reveal, it's not that big. Maybe yeah, 120 should be okay. Good. So now what we have is this. Now I can just animate the motion of it. So basically I will go with just this kind of motion with GY. Okay, so I will just move my camera over there until it comes here, and then until the frame 80, let's say. So let's say that the frame 80 might be good here. We can change anyway the rhythm by moving these keys if needed, so no problem with that. And then we go until frame 110, and we make a rotation RX 90 degrees negative, just like this. Okay, so just this one, RX 90 degrees negative, like this, it goes up. Okay, and we insert a key just like this, just with Y, it's enough. So now I would like this kind of motion here into frame 1, so maybe GY. And we just have to see in the camera view, where is the Blender logo? Is it far? GY, yeah, it's far. And this is really what I want, something that looks like very big and far. Okay. And now I can insert a key. So what it will give us without the empty and everything, we can hide this. So it will give something like this. Okay, good. That's what we want, more or less. Now maybe what I can do to show a little more the motion and add little more details into our plane, what we can do is just play with different kind of settings here, but what we will just add is some things into that plane. Okay, So we will just go into that plane and we will just subdivide this plane a few times with Shift R. Okay, to have this kind of shape like this. Looks good already. And what we would like is add a cube here. It will be just a simple cube just to add some more details, but a little more randomly into that object. So we'll put it under here. And what we would like is play with the Bagapie add-on here, and you remember with J, you go here and you can scatter objects into that, okay? So you will have some little cubes over there everywhere. So what you can add is play with the distance here. Maybe I should apply the scale before of my object. So we just make Control A, apply scale, and make it again, okay? J, scatter. We should have more in that case, far more. Maybe a little too much, but we will see. We pray a little. So we have, oh, too much. So just to have less, what we will do, we will play with the density max and go at 0.1, I guess. Yeah, it starts to be good here with 0.1, and it doesn't show too much things here, so it's okay. So what we will do, we will just play with the randomize here. So the position here we will play after, but let's go with the scale here, like 0.1 maybe, and 0.5 maybe in that case should be enough. We can play with the scale randomize here as well. So for example, if we want to manage 1 here, okay, maybe 0.1 at this value here everywhere, and 0.5 to have something with different shape into it, okay? And maybe the Z value, we keep it like that. Just like this, looks good over there already. Maybe maybe this one, I would like to have it less big over there to have this kind of motion here. Yeah, it will look better in my opinion. Okay, it's just to add a little ambience into it, and now you can see that you will have this kind of motion. You will cross all less cubes, and finally you go and see the reveal of the logo over there. Good. So we can add a little texture into it. Very simple texture will work. We don't want something crazy. And some lighting as well, because we want to animate this with light and shaders. So let's go with that. And we want something similar, like maybe a concrete for this plane, and maybe for the cube as well. So let's go for that. And for this, we will use EV as a render, because like this we will have a quick animation. So let's go for that. We will add maybe not an HDRI, but a simple here, a simple light sun, not too strong, because it will be just a light that will show a little the ambience over there. We will use the ray tracing here, so it will show it better. And now it's just adding little more details everywhere. So what we will do, we want to play with here the world. So we want a totally dark background here. So to have something like this will look better. And we can play with another light as well. We will add another light. It will be a big spot here, okay? And we will show that like this. And this spot will light only the logo, okay? So we can see the logo. So it has to be above it. it has to add a big power, like 2000 maybe, I would say, at least 2000. 10,000 might be good. Yeah, it will look better. Okay, maybe with cheesy, put it a little more like this. Nice. So now we have this kind of scene. If I remove everything here, you can see that we will have this kind of scene in the beginning. We will go through everything like that, very quick. And we see finally the logo over there that shows up. Okay. So to show a little more all of this, maybe we can add other spots here. So inside view, let's take this spot and make a duplication of it and a rotation like this. It will show over there and another one over there as well. Okay, so like this it will show the Blender logo well. So let's continue, and now we can see the logo arrive and go like this, so it will be far better. Okay, maybe we can even add two more with Shift D and make a rotation like this. So in that case, we can make a Y here to just have a nice orientation. Okay, and something like this. So now we just have to play with the shaders themselves. So maybe we can add a little more here, less, sorry, roughness, to have something that will show a little more the details. So I will go there, and same for this one, less roughness. Okay, to have something more interesting. And then you just add more details into this by just adding a texture, a concrete texture or something like that will work. So we'll go into the shading section here, and we will play with a new shader for the ground. Okay, and this shader we can even play with something that exists already by going into the asset browser. We know already how it works, and go to the polyheaven there. Okay, so we'll go into the textures, and this asphalt looks great actually. Let's see how it works there for this object. Okay, so let's see that and increase the number with the scale value, maybe 20, might look a little better. Okay, it looks already better, and we don't want to see too much the duplication, but by going with the orientation we can even increase a little that, maybe by going to 40, something like this might work well. And we will make the same for the concrete cube that is above, under here. Where is my cube here? It's here. Okay, good. And I will make the same here for this one. So just click and drag on the cube if it wants, because it will duplicate everything here, so it may take a time until we have the shader. Good, so here we have the shader. So you see that it has this duplicated way. So what we will do, we'll just make a new one with that one, and now we can play with the scale that will work better, maybe something like this. Maybe we can play with the object. Let's see how it will look here. Will it look too much duplicated? Oh, it's okay, we just have nice objects like this. Okay, looks good. Let's go there and see how it will look here. So into the camera view, I come back into my layout here. Maybe I will increase the ambience by add a simple HDRI. Okay, let's go for this, and we will finish this animation simply. Let's go into the main layout again, go into asset browser, into the HDRI section. For polyheaven, HDRIs, outdoor maybe, and maybe what we can have maybe as a night ambience, a little simple ambience. We have this, looks great, I like it. So let's go for this one, okay. And now you can see a little more the details of the environment, just like this. So now what you will have as a final motion here, if I come back into my timeline, okay, so you will have this. You will go and see Blender logos reveal. So it's an example on how to use the animation to make it look more natural and let's say more interesting. What you can just add here is less light into that. Okay, so we'll play with the strength. We can go like this to make it less strong. Okay, and for sure a better here background would be good. I did see here, and maybe we'll use it, that we can use really good HDRI for space. So I will show you the website. So yeah, in case you are interested, it can be a good way to add a nice background here, so you can see the different maps that you can download. I did download one in case you want to use it. So let's go there, and what you can do in that case, you can go into the shading here, or HDRI, or the easy HDRI add-on. Okay, but we'll go with the easy HDRI with the animated logo folder. I will have one here, so I just click on accept, and there is only one. So I create the world nodes, and it will create this for me, this kind of nice space over there, as you can see. So it can be good for a background just like that, okay? And it's a good quality. So I will increase the sky strength at 2 maybe, or even 5, just to start to have some light, okay? Yeah, to have this kind of light setup. I will come back with the sun, increase a little the strength of the sun here, maybe at 0.5. Yeah, too much. 0.2 might be good. Maybe a little orientation of the sky, of the sun. And look, now we have something that will be good. So now you can see that we will have this kind of motion, and that it will look perfect for what we want. And what we can do as well is add a little here motion blur. So if you use the motion blur, it will increase your render time. So without motion blur, one image with F12, for example, okay, it's not even 1 second, okay, so very quick. But if you add the motion blur here, it will multiply your render time. Oh, not that much. So we can use it actually. It's okay. I will increase the shutter to have a strong effect. Like this, we will have this kind of, you see when I make F12, you will have this kind of nice motion effect here to have this kind of effect. Looks very good. And now what we can do as well is manage the output of our animation. So what we will do, we will want to create maybe a render subfolder. So I will just add a render subfolder here. Okay. And we will create a name for animation, which will be logo reveal. Good. So this will give us by default 120 PNG files, and it's not really what we want actually. We want an entire video. For in some cases, in case you want to make some compositing in another software or something like that, you can add, you can keep the PNG like this, you keep the alpha value here. And in case you want, for example, to remove the background here by using this function here, okay, you will have a transparent background, and maybe you can put the background that you want over it. But for this animation, we'll not use that. We will just use the FFmpeg video. So like this, it will encode directly an FFmpeg video there. So you have different settings that you can use for the encoding. Here you can see you have H264 in Matroska or in MP4. Me, I will just use this. So into encoding here, you can choose the file that you want to export. Me, I want MP4 like that. You can play with the quality. Me, I want something perceptually lossless like this. It will have a good quality. The encoding speed, I will keep it like that. I have no audio for this video, but I can add some audio if needed, but it's not the case for that. And now I can render my animation. So when I want to render an animation, you can see that it's Control F12. So let's do that, Control F12. And now it will render all the frames of my animation, so it might take a little of time. And when it's finished, I come back to you and show you the result. Okay, it's finished. It wasn't that long actually. And now if you want to play, you just use the Control F11 to show the result here. So you can see the result over there. Okay, and you will have the animation just like that. So it shows how it works to manage a simple animation logo reveal. I don't want to go too far with this kind of motions. It's easily to understandable. Me, I want to show you how it works with a character and how to animate a character with a rig in the next video.